Cube concept restaurant has found its first home in these lofty heights on top of Brussels' famous Triumphal Arch. The construction weighs 60 tons, but looks super light as it perches next to the quadriga.
If we speak about washing machine, dryers, etc., everything starts with a white cube. And the challenge it was to say to the architect, start from a cube, but give something, a more dynamic concept, something more dynamic and more organic.
Brussels is merely the beginning. After the Belgian capital, the Cube will be off to Moscow. Further destinations will be Stockholm, Zurich and Milan.
To build it up, it takes about 3 weeks. It's 18 trucks with flying case, and each flight case is dedicated to a part with numbers, and everything is real under control. It means that it's really easy to move it from a place to another one and to build it up.
The construction serves as a stage for the best chefs around. The man currently at the helm is acclaimed molecular gastronomist Sang-Hoon de Jambre. He combines traditional Belgian cuisine with elements borrowed from his native Korea.
The Cube is a place where artists can present their work. It's like a new slate. Plus, the view over the city can inspire you to create new dishes. What matters is creating a unique moment at this unique location. Cuisine that goes a little bit beyond everything else.
For him, this also entails reinventing the elements on the plate. In this case, playing with fire in an attempt to create a dish called stone. It's a compound of beef and licorice. Sang-Hoon de Jambre enjoys being able to tell guests the story behind the menu. And that's always linked to the environment.
We talked about wind and fire, which we don't have here. We talked about the sun, and now we have stone. Stone is the equivalent of civilization. Everywhere around us, there's metal and stone.
Everything that hits the table in the Cube is subject to perfect coordination. And not just the food. The Cube's icon is a recurring theme throughout the restaurant. Likewise, the geometry in the salt and pepper shakers.
The connection of the design of the Cube and all the little designs I have is everywhere over here you have high buildings. As you see, it's really easy translatable into being a little city. It becomes really fun, and you can put everything apart and you can move it, which is also quite a thing of the Cube. It's very playful. You can make surprises. That's what the Cube does.
There are also surprises on the menu, some adorned with chocolate, others with gold. For guests, it's an exciting experience right up until their departure.
We had food actually in the middle of the clouds of Magritte. You have exactly the same color in any Magritte, I would say, paintings here around us. So great food, great company, and very originally, actually, the link between the food and the nature.
You look at the surroundings that we're in, the view. It shows Brussels in a different way, and I think the food sort of reflected that as well, because it actually showed these ingredients that we were given, but in a very different way. So I thought that was really fantastic.
I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was, okay, great food, but the surrounding and the food, it's really, yeah, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's fantastic.
A lunchtime menu will set you back 150 euros, evening dinner 200. Getting a table is not easy, but the mood is truly effervescent.
People will always remember the experience they had here. It'll be etched into their minds. It'll be on the same level as other forms of art. If they have a painting, they can see it for the rest of their lives. The food here, however, will only remain in their memory, where it addresses the emotions. That's the difference.
The Cube will remain a highlight of Brussels in more ways than one through July the 3rd.